my style icons. Welcome back to Life and Style with Brianna Cantore. This is now episode 4 of this podcast, and if you're listening, I'm so grateful for you. And if you're returning, if you listened to the first 3 episodes, thanks for coming back. Today I'm podcasting from my mom's basement in New Jersey, in North Jersey in Wayne, where I grew up. And so I apologize for any background noise you may hear. There's currently 4 dogs in the house. We're a big dog family. So my Cavalier, my mom's Havanese, my dad's American Eskimo, which my parents are divorced, but my mom's watching my dad's dog. Long story. And my sister's Pomeranian. So, with that being said, I'm new at podcasting, so I'm already trying to learn quality content, how to produce it myself, as well as figure out what tools to use. And then you have to factor in all these other variables like the dogs in the house. So I apologize if you hear any of the craziness, and I'm working on the quality of this content because I really want this to be a really great fashion, fun podcast, just something you can listen to and it's so mindless. So let me know what you think so far, and if you have any tips on how I can make it better, let me know in the comments. So for today's episode, I mentioned this last time, I'm going to recap the 2023 Vogue Forces of Fashion Conference, which I just attended in New York City for the very first time. It was spectacular as Vogue is. I mean, I consider that my Bible, and I did not know this event even existed, to be honest. How I found out about it is because I recently subscribed to Vogue. I wanted to be able to read their online articles. I found them to really be reeling me in as far as, where to go in Paris. Just, different fashion girl things. So I subscribed to Vogue online, and then it was so inexpensive to purchase a year subscription of the actual magazine. And I don't know about you, but I am just a paper magazine person. I mean, I know it's bad for the planet probably, but I love flipping paper sometimes, and I love reading on paper. So I said, you know what, let me just get the magazine for a year too then. And through joining the Vogue world online, I came across this event. And it happened to be occurring in New York City when I was going to be up in that area anyways, because if you don't know this, I live in Miami Beach. I'm originally from North Jersey. I've lived in Manhattan. Now I'm in Miami, but I go back and forth for my job. So since I was going to be up in the New York City area anyways, I decided, why not just attend? I'm sure I'll be around amazing people. I'll network. I'll have something exciting to look forward to. So I bought a ticket, and I got to go, and it was amazing. So the Vogue Forces of Fashion Conference was also held in Mexico City, Rome, and Shanghai. I went to the New York City event, like I said, and it was held for the very first time in the Vogue offices located at One World Trade Center. So that in itself was incredible, to be able to visit their actual offices, because I've never been. I've worked with Vogue a few times for my job, fulfilling marketing requests from them to send samples from the company I work for, but I've obviously have never been invited to their office. So that was really cool. They have multiple floors. I'm not sure how many, but I was on a few of them in this building, and everything was very, as you can imagine, modern and beautiful. They had some really feminine and elegant furniture. They had a coffee shop where we were able to get lattes. I had a matcha latte. They had gluten-free snacks, which I was really excited about because I am gluten-free and I was nervous about the food that was going to happen during the day because it was an all-day conference, but they had it covered. They had this like state-of-the-art kitchen where they served sushi and salad bowls and all of this amazing food. After all, it is Vogue, so I'm not sure why I was nervous about the food situation, but I've just never seen an office be so incredible. Another thing that really impressed me was that they have their own photo studios in their offices. On one of the floors, it seemed to be dedicated to a lot of different photo studios, which, because I am involved with production in my 9-to-5 job, I was so impressed by that because my life would be so easy if I had a photo studio at my job. That is just a dream, and it's really a dream of mine to have an office space with a photo studio in it because I just love taking pictures, taking videos, and just creating fashion in motion. So manifesting that now. You guys heard it first. Someday I'll have a drive-in office like Kim Kardashian with a photo studio in it, just like Vogue as well. So yeah, the office was sick. Anna Wintour, the queen, she opened the conference with a nice little speech. She looked exactly like how we see her in the magazines and online. Very blunt cut, looks great for her age, kept it short and sweet, and then I didn't see her again for the rest of the day because she, I think, was entertaining so there was 2 different tickets you could buy for this event, VIP and then VIP Plus, which was like 5 times the amount of money as the VIP ticket. So I kept it at VIP, which if you were in the, I guess, quote unquote poor section like I was, you didn't get to see Anna beyond that. But if you had a VIP Plus ticket, you got to have breakfast in her office and do some stuff with her. So unfortunately, my first encounter with Anna Wintour was very short and blunt, but at least I got to be in the presence of who I consider a fashion queen, which was very fun. Then I got to see Vera Wang speak in one of the breakout sessions. She was accompanied by 2 other wedding industry professionals who, to be honest, this is really bad, but I don't remember their names, and I wanted to keep this podcast candid and real, so I didn't look them up because I was just so blown away by Vera Wang that, to be honest, that's who I was paying attention to. She was direct, she was funny, and I'm gonna talk about weddings a little bit because I do like what she said about them, and I do want to touch on wedding trends today. She said that I think 30 or 40 years ago when she got married on a Thursday night because she didn't want to interrupt everyone's summer weekend going to the Hamptons, probably because they were New Yorkers. So she thought, okay, I'll do this on a Thursday night. People will like this better, and it will be 2 hours long, so it won't really affect your life. What's 2 hours, right? And she's like, people didn't even want to come to that. And it just was really funny because, you know, here she is, this wedding industry professional, and she's kind of saying, hey guys, weddings have gotten a little bit out of hand. You know, there's the engagement party, the bridal shower, the elaborate bachelorette trip. The wedding is no longer a wedding, it's a wedding weekend. And I kind of agree with her. I am not currently in a position where I'm getting married right now. I'm single, but if someday I do that, which I hope to, I just can't see myself having all of these wedding activities that people have to spend tons of money on and time on, and going overboard with that. if that's your thing, that's your thing and that's great. But for me, it's just not. And I've been in a lot of weddings, and it's a compliment, of course, because this is someone's, one of their most important days of their life, and they want you a part of it. So it is a compliment, but it's a lot of money. It's gotten to be insane. And I've spent well over, I've been in maybe 5-6 weddings, probably have spent a few $1,000s per wedding. I mean, even the bachelorettes are costing a few $1,000s each alone, so definitely more than that. I've spent, $400 on bridesmaids dresses after, getting them altered because they tend to not fit well. So it's just gotten a little bit out of hand. So as far as wedding trends, side note, I agree with Queen Vera. I think we need to reel it back a little bit. I think we need to pick, like, beyond the wedding, maybe one event you really want to do, a bachelorette party or an engagement party, and kind of stick to that and drop all of these traditions that, to me, I think are unnecessary. If they're necessary to you, let me know. I'm here for a conversation. This is just my opinion. But, I mean, it's gotten out of hand, guys. So let's think about weddings moving forward. What's the trend? I think it's gonna become more minimalist. I really do. Because I can't keep up, guys. And I want to spend money on myself too, not gonna lie. I mean, last year I had so many weddings, I felt like I couldn't spend any money on myself. All of my money was going to these freaking weddings, which I loved to be a part of. They were my friends, whatever, but it was a lot. So anyways, Vera Wang touched on that, and she said, obviously it's great for her business because now she's outfitting the bride for all of these different events, but it is a little cray-cray. Another thing she said that I liked and I want to share with my single girlies like myself, or guys that are feeling maybe like they're a little bit behind on the schedule, which we all know is BS because everyone's on their own schedule. Vera Wang got married at 39 years old, okay? And she still had kids and all of that. She also started her namesake brand, Vera Wang Bridal Collection, at 39 years old. So you are not too late. Just remember that. You can do anything at any point in your life. Everyone is on their own schedule. Don't force yourself into the schedule that society wants to, or your parents want to, or your friends, or whoever. Everyone is different. Everyone's operating, moving at a different pace, and the last thing you want to do is rush into a marriage or rush to open a business or anything like that when you're not ready and it's not the right situation. So I really liked that she brought that up, and I was really inspired by that because I'm 31, I'm not married, and a question I get often is, when are you going to get married? When are you going to have kids? La 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 la. And guess what? Not today, Satan. So anyways, keep being you, operate on your own schedule, and just find happiness within yourself and everything will fall into place. So that was Vera Wang. I also got to see Pat McGrath not only speak but do makeup and speak about makeup trends live in one of the Vogue studios. That was amazing. So for those of you who are not too familiar with Pat McGrath, she's a makeup artist and has her own brand of makeup. She was so freaking cool. And to be honest, I didn't know much about her before this conference. So I'm so happy that I went to her breakout session. She really is like this positive energy. I love her products. She gave us this whole gift bag of her makeup and skin care, this essence that I talked about in the last video, and it's amazing. Everything from the fun packaging to the colors to the quality, it's such good makeup. So definitely check out Pat McGrath. She said she was even in one of Taylor Swift's music videos, and Taylor Swift is obsessed with her makeup. So if it's good enough for T Swift, it's definitely good enough for all of us. And she talked about the Row fashion show, which I spoke about briefly in the last video, how their trend that they were going for during the latest fashion week was a very dewy, spa fresh skin. She said the way to achieve that is first you have to use an essence, which she provided us with hers. Hers is a little pricey, but it is worth the quality, I will say. It's amazing, but if you can't afford hers, don't be turned off by essences. You can get a less expensive one. And after the essence, you use a moisturizer, and then on top of the moisturizer, you dab on a balm, like a very dewy balm to your skin to have that glass skin, spa fresh skin glow. And beyond that, I mean, maybe a little bit of mascara, maybe a tad a little blush if you want to add a little bit of redness to your cheeks, but keep it dewy with the balm. And speaking of blush, I just purchased Patrick Ta's blush, and it's really nice. It's like a duo. I'll show it in the next video. But anyways, that's how you achieve that spa fresh skin makeup look. She also talked about, that's obviously a minimalist look, but then if you want to be more maximal with your makeup, still kind of leave the skin alone and let it do its thing and be glowy and balmy, etc. Focus on it being just healthy looking, and then add a heavier eyeshadow, maybe something darker and smoky, still with the spa fresh skin, and top it off with a pop of lip. Maybe I'm really loving like brown lipstick right now. Definitely an ode to the 90s, and red is obviously always classic. So altogether, it seems like she wanted us to move away from that heavy foundation look, which I think most people are anyways. That really caked on look that was popular maybe 10 years ago is kind of going away. So I really enjoyed Pat McGrath. She was very cool, very inspiring, and I appreciated all of the free makeup she gave us. Another person I saw speak was Anna Sophia Robertson, I think her last name is. She played Carrie in the Carrie Diaries. She's a really cute actress, and she was a part of a segment where they were again talking about weddings. She was talking about her wedding, which is featured on VOGUE.com, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is that because where she got married, it's called Ines Resort. It's in Hudson Valley, New York. I saw this place on maybe Instagram a few months ago, maybe more than a few months ago, and thought it was just the prettiest place. It just looks really nature chic. So if I did have a wedding where I invited, more than my parents or whatever, I would look into having it at that place. And she said that they loved it. They had a great time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. She was cute. She was sweet. But I wanted to bring up Ines because if I have any bride-to-bees listening in the North Jersey, New York, Connecticut area, whatever, Ines looks like a very stylish Brianna Cantore approved place to get married at. Okay, so moving on to Marc Jacobs and Linda Evangelista. They were at the conference talking about Linda Evangelista's new book, and I wanted to bring up this segment because in it Marc Jacobs said something really profound, which I liked. He was speaking about success, and he said, I've had success. The business, Marc Jacobs brand, has had success, but I'm still working on myself, and I'm still working on my business, and I have not achieved everything I want to achieve yet. So I really liked that he said that, because I think we all can relate to that in some way. I feel the same way about myself when I reflect. I am proud of where I've gotten in my career thus far. But I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be trying to do this podcast if I was completely happy with where I'm at. I want more for myself in my career. And what I've been teaching myself now is being proud of myself for where I am, but then also working on towards getting better and achieving more. And that can get difficult sometimes, because you don't want to always be like reaching for the next thing. I think success is really hard to define because it's different for everyone. And then it's also hard when you achieve something, but then you want the next thing. So what I've been teaching myself is to just be happy with where you're at, be proud with where you're at, but then write down goals and try new things, and then reflect and see how far you've come. So I love talking about fashion, obviously, and I just love the industry altogether. I love styles, I love trends. I love when someone compliments my outfit and I get to share with them where I purchased it from. So that's why I'm doing this podcast, and I'm glad that even someone like Marc Jacobs, who has had all this success and has a namesake brand and has been around for so long, is even like, hey, I'm not done yet. I'm proud of everything I've done, but I'm not done yet, because the fashion industry is hard. It's cyclical. Marc Jacobs was super hot back in the 90s and early 2000s, and then we saw the brand kind of go through this transition phase for a while, and now I feel like he is starting to make his mark again. So I'm really proud of him, and I'm really inspired by that, because Marc Jacobs is actually one of the reasons why I wanted to get involved in the fashion industry. I've loved him from such a young age, so it was really good, really cool to be able to see him speak. And Linda Evangelista, to be honest, I didn't know much about her going into this. I knew that she was a model and really big in the 90s, but I would, definitely be interested in seeing the work in her book, which I did not get to purchase at the event because they ran out. And she seemed really sweet, and she has had some, health issues, and you can tell she doesn't feel as confident and stuff about her body, but she still looked beautiful, and she seems like a really nice lady. She had really nice advice to say. Someone asked her, how do you stay in shape as a model? And she was like, just do it the healthy way. Don't try these crazy things, because you could end up like her. She tried a fat removal, not a surgery, like a kind of where they freeze the fat off, I think, and it backfired on her, and so she suffered from a lot of health issues because of that. So she gave some really nice advice, and it was really great to see her out and about after a period of kind of not being confident in herself and not showing herself to the public because she didn't feel good about herself. So Linda, you rock, girl. You did great, and I'd love to get my hands on a copy of your book. So all in all, I had a great day at Vogue. I really was just so excited, fangirl, to be in the office, and I would definitely go back to the Forces of Fashion conference in New York City or any of the other cities, and I would love to see how they progress this program. And it would be cool if we got to network a little bit more, I think, with the staff of Vogue, try to make more connections, or even if they were like looking to fill jobs or things like that, that could really help people, because I think everyone like myself, also wanted to network at this event. And they had a cocktail event after the all-day conference, but they only had a limited number of tickets, which I did not get my hands on one. So maybe next year, Vogue, you can make that event a little bit more inclusive. But other than that, I had a great time and I'm looking forward to going back next year. So, for the next part of this episode, I want to talk about some fashion news. And the first thing I wrote down is really funny. So, I did a podcast reviewing the SKIMS brand the other week. And in the podcast, I was wondering what SKIMS does for the world. Do they give a percentage of every sale to something? I just wasn't seeing anything on their website that said that. And so it's so weird that I was talking about that, because just the other day now they launched a new product called the nipple bra, where it's literally a bra with a fake nipple on it. So that way, if you need to wear a bra, you wear this bra but can still do the nipple look, which I'm personally a fan of. I know this is a very 50-50 thing, or even maybe like 70-30, where 70 people don't like their nipples showing through shirts and 30 people do. I don't know how many actually like this trend, but I love it. I'm a big no bra wearer. I do have fake boobs. They're amazing, not gonna lie. I love my fake boobies. I bought them when I was younger. When I graduated college, actually, my dad purchased them for me. But that's another story. Maybe I'll do an episode on my boob job alone and plastic surgery trends. And that's my only plastic surgery that I have, by the way, is my boobs. Everything else is real. No Botox, no fillers, but fake tits. Anyways, I'm a big fan of just no bra, nipples out all the way. I think it's sexy and hot, and I don't like wearing a bra. So she launched this bra, and 10% of sales goes to 1% for the planet, which is a great organization that helps the world, right? It's for the environment, I believe. So good job, SKIMS. Your campaign was really funny. The product, I think, it's definitely one of a kind. I'd be interested to know if people are into that or not. I definitely am. I just wouldn't buy the bra because I don't wear one. My boobs stay up. But if I needed to, then I would buy it, because I'm all about the nipple trend, like I said. So let me know if you're into the new SKIMS nipple bra, and go SKIMS for attaching a charity to this product. SKIMS also launched SKIMS Men's the other day, and the campaign, I feel like, was filled with men that can wants to date. They're so good looking, and the campaign was just really yummy to look at. So thanks, SKIMS, for giving me some eye candy while I was working. I definitely paused, opened that email, and spent a little bit too much time looking at it. So go Kim. I hope you were on set that day. Those guys looked great. Now, another Kardashian, well, actually she's not, she's a Jenner. Kylie Jenner is launching Khy on November 1st, and from what she's posted so far and said so far, it's fashion basics that are elevated, so you would wear them probably at night, at an accessible price. I'm wondering what accessible price means. Like, is it $50 to $100, $100 to $200, $200 to $500? So I'm wondering what accessible price means, because that's, subjective, right? What I think is accessible is different than what you think. And there's a lot of faux leather pieces involved that I see, which look really edgy, really cool, and look like they'll fit well. So I'm actually excited to see this launch. I mean, Kylie, she killed it with the lip kit. She's definitely a smart girl, just like Kim, and I don't think she would do anything bad, really. I mean, the only thing she's done that's gotten some negative reviews was her swimwear, which maybe it was just a bad partnership or something, but this actually looks like something I would wear. I'm not gonna lie. I am really into the styles she posted so far, so I'm excited to see Kai launch. If you want to be the first to be able to shop this, subscribe to those emails, and get on that website right away on November 1st because Kylie sells out, you guys. So if we want to grab a piece during the first drop, gonna have to be on that website quick, I'm thinking. So go Kylie. I'm excited for this. My last note is that Alo Yoga, which I'm wearing right now, launched a line called Alo Atelier. It's more high end and more, expensive and a little bit more evening vibes than their regular line. I'm wearing the regular line right now. The prices look about $250 to $850 from what I saw on the website. It looks really nice though. There's this cashmere dress. It's called the Ma Cherie garter dress in rouge. It's like this very sexy bright red that I'm loving with this little like garter detail at the end, at the bottom of the dress rather. So cute. And I'm just wondering how this line is gonna do for them because it is quite expensive, but the pieces do look really nice. So congrats Alo on Alo Atelier. I would love to try it someday, and I hope that this does well for you. Right now I'm wearing the ribbed velour mountainside jacket, so between a shirt and a jacket. It is so comfortable. Like, this fabric is so soft and it's pretty heavy. It's a thick piece. And I am just really yummy and warm right now wearing it. And the color is called macchiato. Loving, loving, loving wearing brown. Never thought I would say that, but it's now a wardrobe staple of mine. Love it. So I definitely recommend this piece. I'm wearing a matching skirt with it, the baller mini skirt. Baller. And I just feel so comfortable but cute at the same time. I just wore this to a family event and my cousin was like, where did you get that outfit? I want it so bad. So yeah, it's Alo Yoga, the ribbed velour mountainside jacket and baller mini skirt in macchiato. Love the name of that color. So the shoes I'm wearing with it. This is a topic that we probably can have a whole episode on, but I'll touch on it briefly today. For the first time ever, don't judge me, in Balenciaga, if you're listening to this someday, just close your ears and say la la la. I bought these Balenciaga lookalike boots on Alibaba for $25 and then $20 shipping. So $45 total. I invested in fake Balenciaga boots. And I love them. They actually look really good. If you are watching this and see the video, maybe I should stand up so you can see the boots. You guys, I never thought I would do this in my life, but my coworkers have gotten bags from there, and I really wanted the Balenciaga boots, but I didn't want to spend, I think they're $2,500 in the US on them, so I spent $25 on them, $45 total with the shipping. They came very quickly, and I mean, obviously the leather, I can feel the difference, but aesthetically, they look the same. So I hope to work with Balenciaga someday in my drive-in studio. So please don't listen to this, but what am I gonna say? A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do, you guys, right? So if you're listening to this and you're thinking, should I order from DHgate? Should I not? I happen to have a good experience. Sorry, I keep calling it DHgate. Alibaba, these are from. But DHgate, you can get knockoff designer stuff from too. I don't know if I'll make another purchase of a designer knockoff good or not, but I'm happy I got these boots, and now I let my secret out. They are not real. To wrap up today, I'll quickly go over this trend that I need to adjust these rings so they fit better. You probably have seen me fumble with them this whole episode, but they're so cool. I'm wearing nail rings, so rings around my nails essentially versus the lower part of my finger. They look so cool, and the reason why I got them is because I want to get some tattoos on my fingers, so this is kind of warming me up to having art on my fingers, and I really like them. It's from this brand called MAM, M-A-M. I think it's just a different and fun trend to participate in, and chances are if you do buy nail rings, you'll probably be the only one in your group wearing them. So that's why I like it too, because I hate being the same as everyone else. I want to be a little bit different. So try out this trend. Go on Amazon or somewhere. You don't have to invest in something expensive at first. Grab some nail rings and see how you like it, and let me know. That's pretty much it. I was gonna go over some recent purchases, but I think I'll save that for the next video because I'm really hungry. I can hear my stomach grumbling, so I think it's time to say goodbye, but we'll speak again. I'm gonna drop these podcasts every Sunday, so you can listen to them on Sundays or throughout the week while you're working. And let me know what you would like me to talk about next. I'll definitely talk about some recent purchases in the next episode, as well as obviously fashion trends. And comment what else. I'm here for a good time. Bye-bye.